bring this up. I'll go to action. So phrasal verbs, right? Yesterday we were learning this. Did you watch yesterday's class, Rafa? Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, I want you to watch it. Super important class yesterday's because we learned how to memorize phrasal verbs. Yesterday we saw a strategy to learn phrasal verbs and transform our speech. It's pretty interesting the way we saw it yesterday, and we're gonna do a little bit of the rest of the exercise with a demonstration with phrasal verbs using the verb break, usually using the verb take. Yesterday we did it with the verb hang, so I want you to pay attention to how we are going to do it. Isaac is more familiar with this strategy, so come on. So you're gonna help me build it, okay, Isaac?
Yeah, sure.
So let's begin with you here. Okay, what phrasal verbs can we take with the verb break? Let's go to the dictionary and let's find this. A break. Phrasal verbs. Break away, break down, break for, break in, break into, break off, break out, break through. I think break up is easy. We are familiar with this.
Yes.
Break out in is very specific. Break through, probably this one. I am very interested on the other list, this one over here.
Break up.
Okay.
I don't know any of them.
Yesterday, for example, we studied breakdown, remember?
Yes, I remember that one.
Right, so we are going to remove that one, which was similar to
Stop working.
stop working. Very nice. Then we're gonna go with breakaway.
Okay.
Please read the definition and give me the example.
Our definition: breakaway. To escape suddenly from somebody who is holding you. To escape suddenly from somebody who is holding you or keeping you prisoner. Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Pronunciation. How do you pronounce this?
Which one? Prisoner.
Look at the symbols.
I can see. Prisoner. Prisoner.
Exactly.
Okay.
Prisoner.
Prisoner.
Right? We normally, when you say the word like this, many people commit the mistake to say prison.
Okay.
And that is not, it's prison.
Prisoner. Okay.
So then, what part of the definition is the most relevant information?
To escape suddenly.
To escape suddenly cannot be, it's a little
Unnecessary.
unnecessary, exactly, because it's giving you just details.
Okay.
Escape how?
Escape from somebody.
From somebody, exactly. That's the most important part. Who is the somebody in this case?
In which case? In the example, no, or
in the example.
The guards.
The guards. That's correct. Yes. So then, how would you substitute the word broke away?
Okay, the prison. In the example.
Yeah.
A prisoner. Prisoner, no? The prisoner.
The prisoner, much better.
The prisoner escape. Was it in? I think it is in past. Escapes.
Good.
Escaped from his guards.
Exactly. That is correct. Very good. All this mechanic is useful every time you learn a new phrasal verb. How different it is, no, than learning them with a list.
Yes.
No?
Yes, because you are like you can relate the phrasal verbs with another word and also with an example.
Yes, exactly. Association method. Always,
Yes.
always. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna make another one with you, Isaac, and Rafa, you're gonna go next, okay? Did you see the process, Rafa? What the Isaac did?
Yes, I, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do one more with him, and then I pass with you. Okay? Break four.
Okay. Break for break break for to suddenly run towards something when you are trying to escape. Okay, suddenly run towards something when you are trying to escape. Okay. I think that the most important part is something similar, no? To run towards something when you are trying to escape. It's like almost the complete phrase, no?
I don't think so.
No?
No, there are some words that you can
Omit.
highlight and
Okay,
omit.
I think that then it could be like run towards something.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Run towards something. If you say towards something, you need to say what.
Mm-hmm.
So the towards something
Run towards.
would be extra. Why don't we? In this case, I would think suddenly is necessary.
In this case.
Yeah, because he he starts running with nobody expecting he was going to run.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the most important information is
Only
here.
run.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, I get it.
And well, I would say also that trying to escape, but in case you want to say it, no? I mean, in this particular case, the expression hold him back is giving you the sensation that the person is trapped. So it will be
Yes,
redundant.
it's implicit, no? That if you
It's
are
implicit.
also holding something back, and you don't want that it escape from you, no?
Exactly. Precisely.
Mhm.
Right?
Okay.
So then, how would you say that? She had to hold him back as he's trying to
She
break for the door.
Yes, she had to hold him back as he tried to run for the door to
To
run
run.
to no, sorry, to run towards the door.
Exactly. Yes. To run towards the door. Very good. I would say as he tried to suddenly run towards the door, because suddenly
Okay.
gives you the meaning that it is unexpected. If you
Yes.
if you say only run, it's probably the person is jogging and he's having a morning, a morning jog. Do you see what I mean?
No, can you repeat that?
Yeah. Do you know what is jogging?
Yes. Yes.
So
Like.
if you only say run,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like the guy was having a morning exercise when then she decided to hold him back.
Okay.
That's
Yes.
the reason the word suddenly is very, very important here.
Okay. Yes. Well, I think that with suddenly it sounds more like dramatic or make emphasize like he's trying to escape.
Well, precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely because of that. Because if you don't add suddenly, I don't understand that he's trying to escape.
Yes.
That's the hidden meaning behind every single phrasal verb. There is always an adverb that is giving you a more detailed information. Some very specific usages of phrasal verbs are because of that.
Yes, okay.
Right, that's the way. Let's go. Okay, the next one. Go, Rafa.
Break in.
Yes.
To enter a building by force. Burglars had broken in while we were away.
Watch out. You read the word in as a connector. This is not a connector. You need to
Yeah,
separate this from this.
broken. Yeah, yeah, you're right. The burglars had broken in
Uh-huh.
while we were away.
Exactly, as a unit. Very good. Mhm. That's
Okay,
right. So the strategy I taught yesterday to the guys to understand phrasal verbs better is to read the definition and find the most important parts of the definition. The parts that can
uh,
help you understand
by force, for example.
by force, but doing what by force? Because the synonym of a verb needs to be a verb, and by force
Yeah.
is not a verb.
Enter by force.
Enter by force, very good. So replace the verb broken in using the word enter by force.
Burglars had uh, uh, entered
Mhm.
entered by force while we were away.
Exactly, that's correct. Do you know what is a burglar?
Sorry?
Do you know what is a burglar?
No, 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 I don't
A
know.
person who breaks in houses.
Okay. Okay,
Uh-huh.
it's very specific
Very,
word.
very specific. Uh-huh.
Okay, burglar.
Burglar.
And burglary is the action.
The crime. Uh-huh.
Okay,
Interesting, huh?
yes.
That's the one.
Okay, teacher.
Good, good. Good, good. So this is the result. Burglars had broken in while we were away. Is similar to say burglars had entered by force while we were away. That's a good mechanic to learn phrasal verbs. Let's try with the next one, okay? Let's go with break into. Action, Isaac.
Yes, break into something. To enter a building, or just to enter a building by force, to open a car, etc. by force. I have a question. Can we use break into or break in a in similar sense?
Yes, if you're talking about a building. My
Yes.
question is, can you use it for a car?
And no, according to this definition and the previous one, no. We
Exactly.
can just only break into when we're talking about a car.
So if somebody stole the the stereo of your car, the radio, what did the person do?
And person into my car.
The person what?
Sorry, the person broke into my car.
The person broke into your car. And if somebody stole your bicycle,
Sorry, I can hear you. I have some troubles again.
okay.
Oh, it's okay.
So if
I can hear you now.
okay, if the person stole your bicycle that was inside your backyard,
It's the same, no? The person broke into my backyard.
or
Break in. or one broken.
In past, exactly.
Yeah.
You see? That's the difference. If
Yes.
you say the definition gives you specifications,
Yes.
right? So then, how would you substitute that one?
We had a car. We had a car entered by force last week.
Exactly. We had our car
Mhm.
entered by force last week. That's correct. Good job. Very nice. Let's go with the next one. Rafa.
Break
Go.
off.
Yes.
Break off. To become separated from something as a result of force. Here will be like um like separate something by force
Separate something by force.
or is in past.
No, you are close. You are very close. What happened to the verb become?
Yeah.
Technically, the principal verb here is the verb become because separated is working as a description. Remember that when you have a linking verb like get, become, the verb to be, seem, look, smell, etc., you need a description. So separated is not a verb.
It becomes separated
Exactly. It's together.
something by force.
By force. Yeah, eliminate by force. That's extra.
Okay. Become separated something
Don't eliminate. If you're gonna say something,
from something. Yes.
yes, you need a connector.
Okay. The back section of the plane had broken off. Broken off. Um, the back section of the plane had been separated from something.
What is this something?
Uh, yeah, from the plane.
Exactly. Or from the front.
From the front. Yeah.
Exactly. Also, there is something that we use in English, Rafa, when we are trying to avoid repetition. Do you know which one is it?
Yeah, like here in plane and
Plain and plain.
yeah, plane and plane.
If you have this noun repeated, how do you avoid repetition in English?
Separated from the airplane. No, I don't know.
Close.
Very well. When we are avoiding repetition in English, we use pronouns.
Oh yeah, from it.
From it, exactly, man. From it.
Yeah.
It's the same word.
Well, also I can use uh a synonym.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No.
You can use a synonym. Yes, but it's better to use pronouns because you are. If you use a synonym, you are going to change the the. I mean, you are adding too much information. You said
Yeah,
the back section of the airplane has been separated from the aircraft.
yeah.
For example, then
From
the word aircraft introduces a second noun, and now I am lost. Are we talking about the same plane?
yeah.
That's why it's better to use pronouns.
Okay. From it.
That's the one. Now let's go with breakout.
Break- Breakout room.
Yes, the back rooms. Or what are you talking about? Ah, when the
Breakout room
little
in Zoom.
in Zoom.
Breakout room. Yeah, no. Breakout rooms.
I think it's break room.
Yes.
Yeah, because breakout. No,
Breakout room. No.
no. That doesn't make sense. Is
Okay.
it should be break room.
No. Yes. It exists.
Where?
I I I looked for it in Google.
Can you send it to me? Because I want to know the context.
Yeah. You can look in Google. Write breakout room. Yeah, and Zooms.
Hmm.
I
What's a
don't
breakout room?
understand.
When you make a room here in Zoom.
Oh, like when you divide the session, no? Like you are
In
making
smaller
maybe
room.
like teams.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
this is a breakout room,
Wow.
and I know
Why?
it for my course school.
Exactly. Your courses, your teachers use it. I use it
Yeah.
for exams too, but I didn't know it was breakup. Probably because let's see the definitions. Breakout as a noun. Escape from prison. Breakout as
Like
an
prisons,
adjective.
yes.
Yeah. Suddenly, extremely popular and successful.
We used to use this in pandemic
Aha, exactly.
in
Taking
class.
place separately from the main meeting with a smaller number of people.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Working life. This is pretty new.
Sorry.
This is pretty new. After the pandemic, this existed because
Yeah.
I have never heard that before. And I have my Zoom in Spanish. That's so a shame.
Yes. To turn to English.
Come on, teacher, no?
Okay. Well, go ahead. Isaac.
Action, Isaac. Breakout.
Yes, breakout of war, fighting, or other unpleasant events to start suddenly. Um, well, I think that the most important part is unpleasant events and that start suddenly.
Exactly. Unpleasant events that start suddenly. And I would the parenthesis is for a reason.
Mhm. Okay, yes, but I think that it's important to mention that part because it's something that
But what you need to read the example first because
okay.
of course it's important to say it, but what if the example says what event we're talking about?
Oh yes, yes, of course.
You know?
It's not necessary to add
Ah,
unpleasant events in when you are using it.
right.
They had escaped from America shortly before
Watch out, it
uh,
doesn't say from.
before uh, they had escaped from America shortly before war started. started suddenly in 1993.
In what year?
1939.
Exactly, in 1939.
Sorry,
That
I
is
have can say when you change the order of of the letters.
the order of letters is I don't remember, but yes,
But you get the idea.
yeah, second date, yeah, exactly. Start suddenly, exactly. And this is so important because when we are reading a history book or we are watching a documentary, we don't understand why they are using the word breakout or the opposite, outbreak, which is a very similar thing. When something starts pretty suddenly,
But
it is
outbreak is a phrasal verb.
it's a noun.
It's a noun, right? Yes.
It's a noun.
Mm,
Do you
okay,
remember where it is used?
I don't know. I think that I have seen that word in video games,
Okay, what kind?
like horror video games when something happen, like contamination with something weird, and then zombies started to appear or something like that. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes. So they start to appear because there is a
an outbreak
they
of something dangerous, like a virus. Or, no.
yes, but it's more important that suddenly
Yes.
nobody was expecting that so many zombies started running out in the streets.
Yes.
So the suddenly part is a very, very essential part of phrasal verbs with break. It's very interesting how many people think that phrasal verbs have no connection between each other, but if you see these definitions, you are going to see a pattern. Either they are
Suddenly.
talking about things that are suddenly happening or that are done by force.
Mm, yes.
For some reason, in English, we need to associate a phrasal verb with a specific topic. And then everything makes more sense. If we are talking about history, crimes, punishment, legal cases,
Unpleasant events.
unpleasant events, prison, then you are going to talk about break in many different forms. Break away, break
Yes.
for, break in, break into. You see? It's so interesting how phrasal verbs are matched with topics more than with only the verb.
Yes. Actually, I think it's like a semantic field.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, because they are related.
Related to a topic. Precisely. And this strategy, thinking about phrasal verbs in this way, makes everything easier
Yes.
because now you are associating with topics, you're associating with situations, and it becomes more situational than memorizational, which is
Yes, it's better.
never going to work. Exactly. That's never going to work. Take a note, guys. Break, the verb for prisons, the verb for crimes. Hang, in this case, it was about being in a place, no?
Yes.
Staying,
Wait, no?
waiting, spending time. Hang is about time. Break is about crime. What about take? Let me take a note on this. Topic, crime and punishment. And you said something, unpleasant events, no?
Yes.
Time. Let's discover then the topic for take. We have the verb take. Then we go to the phrasal verbs, and we find be taken up in past participle, be taken with, take aback, take after, take against. There's a lot. Let's find the most common ones. Take after. Let's begin with this one. Okay? Help me, Rafa.
Yes, teacher. Take after. To look or behave like an older member of your family, especially your mother or father. And an example is your daughter doesn't take after you at all. Doesn't take. Look or behave like. Okay, yes. Yes, I got it. Yes, it's uh like well, in this example is uh uh your daughter doesn't sorry doesn't sorry sorry
What portion
again
of the definition?
again yes
Okay.
look or behave like yeah your daughter doesn't look like you at all.
Exactly. Doesn't look like you at all. Now, I want you to pronounce this T as a ra, 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 ra.
Aral
And how do you pronounce this?
aral sorry ar al al
Okay, let's go to the symbols.
okay
Oh,
oh
exactly. Now make it together.
aral
Arrow,
aral
arrow,
aral
arrow.
aral
Exactly.
aral.
Arrow. Let's go.
Your
One more
daughter
time.
doesn't look like you at all.
Exactly.
Aral
Daughter doesn't look like you at all.
aral.
So we can say that look like is a synonym. We take after.
Sorry.
We can say that look like is a synonym to take after,
Yes, yes. I yes.
right?
Just not use it in the progressive tenses.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can use it like an infinitive.
ing. You can never
Yeah.
use it in ing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the one. Take against. Let's see this one.
Like okay.
No, this is C2. No. Let's go with take apart. Informal. This is very useful. Help me, Isaac.
Yes, take apart. To defeat somebody easily in a game or competition. I think that the most important part is to defeat easily.
Mm-hmm. To defeat easily. Uh-huh. To defeat easily. I like it.
Yes.
Okay, read the example.
Yes, we were simple and are
Again. It doesn't say simple.
I don't know how to pronounce it. We were
Yes or no. Only don't omit the Y.
simple. No, I don't know.
Don't omit the Y.
Don't know. Oh, simply,
Oh, okay.
simply. I don't know.
Yes, you know. This is easy for you.
Simply,
Simple. How do you pronounce this?
sim, I don't simple.
Okay.
Simple. And
Discipline.
I don't remember. Simply.
Exactly. Again,
Simply. Okay.
Simply.
it's an adverb.
Simply.
Li,
Yes. Simply.
right?
Yeah.
All right, one more time.
Yes, we were simply taken apart by the other team.
Right. How would you replace it?
Yes, we were simply defeated by the other team.
Defeated how?
Mm, we were simply defeated by the other team.
How?
I don't understand.
Defeated how? Yeah, we have seen that before. What is it? The question for adverbs is how. How were you simply defeated?
Easily.
Exactly. One more
Yes,
time.
we were simply easily defeated by the other team.
Exactly. That's correct.
Yes.
If you omit the easily, then you were not taken apart. You were
Okay, you
only
just
defeated.
yeah. Well, yes, I
If you say, for example, in my video game, we need to get to 13 points. If the match ends on 11-13, we were defeated. But if the match ends in 2 versus 13, we were taken apart.
Okay, yes.
You know, that was like, I couldn't move. There was no way I could win this.
Yeah.
Informal, very useful for exams, for speech, for normal conversations, etc. The next one, Rafa, let's go with let me check takeaway. No, that's
Takeaway.
not easy. Well, that's not.
Takeaway.
This one. Let's find this one. Take away from. Action.
Okay. To make the effort or value of something seem less. Detract. It's like detract. And an example is, I don't want to take away from his achievements, but he couldn't have done it without my help. Okay, I understand it. And
Right?
it's like, I don't know how I know an synonym in Spanish.
Interesting. Okay, so you match it with Spanish. That can help you memorize.
Yeah, yes, it's like, well, I don't want to take anything away from what you have all achieved. Okay, to make the fortune value something seems make the if the value seem less.
Make the value seem less. I like this. Seem less, and make the value. Don't change the effort because it can be for value, but it can be for effort too.
Okay,
In
effort or
this,
value.
exactly. In this particular case, are we talking about value or effort?
Sorry.
In this particular example, are we talking about value or effort?
Uh, effort.
Definitely. Then how would you replace it?
Yes, I don't want to take away from his achievements now, but he couldn't have. Uh, to make the effort, but he couldn't have. Teacher, I don't know how can I can replace it.
Why not?
Oh, I know in this part he couldn't have done it without my help. This is the the phrase, uh, but but to make the effort of value seamless,
Mhm.
he couldn't.
What if we can take the information in the original example and match it with the definition. In the definition, you are making the effort seem less. What
Yes,
if the effort is equivalent to his achievements? Then you can remove the effort.
I don't want to take away from his efforts.
Switch. What we need to do is to replace the verb, not the.
Ah, okay, take away.
Uh-huh.
Make the effort seamless. I don't want to make the make he. I don't want to take away. Sorry, sorry. Again.
Okay.
I don't want to take away from his achievement. I don't want to make the effort seamless
Which
from
effort?
his achievements.
Ah, okay. You are connecting both. Can be make the effort seem less of his achievements. It sounds too much. It's too much information.
Okay.
What if we again
Yeah.
change the effort from his achievements?
Yeah. I don't want to take his effort seamless.
Don't erase his achievements. That's important information. Replace.
Okay.
Replacing necessary things.
Okay. I don't want to take away his achievements seamless.
Nice. Now listen to yourself because you repeated the phrasal verb.
I don't want to
Uh-huh.
make his
Make
achievements
his achievements
seamless.
seamless. Let's go. That's example. I don't want to make his achievements seem less.
I
I don't
don't
want
want
to
to
make his
make
achievements seem minor.
achievements seamless.
Aha. This is
I don't
the
want
example that I was thinking about.
achievements. Yeah, I don't want.
The other way was I don't want to make the effort of his achievements seamless. But that was too much, you know?
Yes.
That's another way to say it.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Taking the notes.
Good.
I don't want to make
Let's go with the next one.
seamless.
Take back. That's very specific. Take down. There's no topic in this one, eh? I'm checking. I'm checking the exact example for this one, and there's no topic related. Let's check take down, Isaac. Help me with this
No,
one.
I don't like it. I don't understand it.
You don't like
Like,
it? Why not?
I don't understand. Remove a structure, especially by separating it into pieces.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, I think I understand it.
Okay.
I think that the most important part to remove a structure, uh, but I think that is also important into pieces. No, I think
Aha.
that is no. Yes. Uh,
Okay, decide.
yes. Well, I'm not sure. I think that everything is important, but yes, I think that the verb is remove, and we are removing a structure, and it has several pieces. It's not only one. So I think that we also need that information. So I think that is to remove a structure into pieces. Yes.
Okay, close, because if the example mentions the structure, then the structure is not necessary.
Then to remove, well, we need something, not to remove something into pieces.
Something, okay, something. To remove, why? But it's not necessary to say something. If you are finding a phrasal verb, a synonym doesn't need a full structure.
Okay. Yes,
Then
to remove
uh-huh,
into pieces.
exactly, to
Yes.
remove into pieces, just like that. Yes, a synonym definitely doesn't need all that information.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's take the second
Yes, I
example.
think that I got lost with that because I'm trying to form a phrase.
I can see that. I can see that. No.
Yeah.
For synonyms,
Yes.
just match it with words of the same family. That's it.
Okay. What is scaffolding?
That's a good question.
What is scaffolding?
Poles and boards that are joined together to make a structure for workers to stand on the when they are working high up. Okay. So these are
yes, I
right.
understand. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, like when there are some people painting, or
Painting. Exactly. Or
yes.
cleaning the windows in very high buildings.
Yes. Yes.
It's like the exterior of a construction. Oh, I didn't know that. This is new. Scaffolding. All right.
Okay, when arrive to remove, could I say workmen arrive to remove the scaffolding into pieces?
Of course. Very good separation, brother. Remove the scaffolding into pieces. What a great analysis we're doing, guys. The one that I really wanted you to study is the word taking. I have heard this one as to the one that I wanted. No. Number 6, Jesus Christ. That's the one that I wanted you to study. I think that's one. I don't know why this is number 6. Because I think that's the most common. But let's check it. Rafa.
Teacher,
What's up?
I can see the phrasal verb.
You're gonna say, yes.
But I have a question.
Yes.
For example, get out is a phrasal verb.
Get out is a phrasal verb? Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's read number. Well, give me a second because Jessie is in the chat, okay?
Okay.
Just a second. Hello, Jess.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Right.
So, my attendance, please. Is she Silvana, Isaac, and Rafael?
That's right.
This is it.
Right. Hello. So,
No.
thank you. Somebody else? You're welcome.
I think that's it. Silvana is ready to participate?
She's always ready.
She's always ready. Okay,
I don't
Jessie.
know. I think that she's.
All right. Perfect. That's it, Jessie.
She borns ready.
So, thank you. Have a nice night.
You do, girl. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
She was born.
Was born ready.
She
Okay.
was born ready. Yes, born is a description.
Okay.
That's right. So then, How do you understand this one?
To take notice of something with your eyes.
No, number six.
Ah, to understand or remember something that you hear or read. So remember something that you heard or you read. Okay, halfway through. I realized I hadn't put anything. Halfway through.
What are you reading? You are reading too much.
Yeah, the example halfway
Okay.
through the the chapter, I realized I hadn't taken. Okay, I got it. Halfway teacher. This word. What's the meaning of throw here?
Great
Because
question. That's a good question. Pronunciation.
grow grow
Okay.
grow.
Actually, let's check the symbols. We are talking about this consonant.
Grow.
And this?
Grow.
Vowels, how do you pronounce this?
Ooh.
Through.
Yes, again.
Through. Through.
That's right. Through, THR, through is when something is similar to say across or similar to say during.
Okay. True.
During. So halfway through the chapter is you are reading the chapter and then you are halfway
Halfway, yeah.
through. You know?
Yeah, I got it. Just, but this word didn't makes me sense. But now, yeah,
It does, no?
Yeah.
Because probably
Yeah.
you were thinking in the past of thought, but that
Teacher,
was no?
there's a lot of words that sounds like this.
Well, that doesn't sound. Look, it's very
Look.
different. Because it's through, thought, throughout, thorough, you know, and all of them have OUH, definitely.
Sounds similar to.
Nah, they don't sound similar. They look similar.
Well, halfway.
Let me show you. Let me show you a photo. I have a in the previous level. I showed this to the students. Through. Let me check. Where is it? No. Aha! Look at this.
Yes.
Have you seen this?
Yes. I look at something like this with a Spider Verse meme.
Okay. How was it?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Spider-Mans, and every Spider-Man has one of these words, and it's like we are.
And they are pointing each other. Yes. I have seen that. Yes, but only in the looks. Only in the looks. If you definitely check the symbology, you're gonna see very different symbologies here. Look at this: though, through.
Yeah, teacher, can you read?
What again, Julie?
Can you read it, please?
Oh yes, of course. It is. English is weird, though. English is weird, though. No, I know there's a period here. English is weird, though. Through tough, thorough thought, it can be thwarted. It's so it's so easy, you know. It's
It's
through
very
tough,
similar.
thorough thought. No, come on. That's why you should screenshot this. I wrote all the definitions and all the different pronunciations.
What's the name in English for that?
For that, for what? Words that sound similar or look similar?
No, the sentences that are
Like trabalengua.
constructed. Yeah. I didn't want to say
Exactly,
trabalengua.
exactly. She was
But-
trying to speak English, Isaac. What are you doing?
Continue, please go on the website, please. I didn't say anything.
This is
Very
me
bad,
too.
Isaac.
This is true.
Because I know I know no, let me think. Because I was going to say I know that I know the word, but it sounds
You know
strange.
how to say the word?
Yeah.
Is that
No,
what's the name of
what's
the
the
organ?
name of that sentences?
Do you know the name
Tongue.
of the organ? Tongue. And the action of doing this is twist. So tongue twister.
Okay.
Okay. Because I have seen many of them, like three witches. No, I don't remember. I'm going to send it to the group, but there's a part that says which has.
Oh yes.
I don't know.
Which has something. Which has which. I don't remember. Yes. There is another one
Like
that is.
an spell. There's a
Exactly.
word that's similar to spell. No?
Similar to spells.
Yeah,
There is another one very
but
common.
those
But then what? Can you repeat that?
that they are very interesting.
They are. They are. I have one memorized. Is what would the woodchuck chuck if the woodchuck would? If the woodchuck would, then how many wood the woodchuck would? It's very good, and I have that in my mind. The woodchuck is an animal, and the animal that recollects wood. Do you know? Do you know this animal?
Yeah, the one that construct a
Presses.
fence.
A fence in rivers.
Yeah.
So the woodchuck
Yeah.
is an animal who collects wood, and the action of munching the wood is chuck. The action is like biting is chuck. And then you have the auxiliary would. Auxiliary would for imaginary situation, the modal verb. So how much wood
Okay.
would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would, you know? You know, that's another one. There is
When come idea, you have to pronounce this.
every day.
Yeah, no. Teacher,
And there is a song.
Monchoso comes from munching.
Munching?
It's a question. Monchoso.
Yeah, munching comes from the word munch. And
No.
munch is similar to bite.
Monchoso.
Monchoso.
In Spanish, people say monchoso.
Really?
Yes,
I have never heard that.
I have never heard monchoso. What are you? Where?
Yeah,
What part of Mexico are you?
No. And Mexican people from Mexico City.
What? Nah,
Yes.
come on, bro. What are you talking about, monchoso?
Monchoso is like delicious. It's a description from
What?
Maybe
From a-
like a
from food.
familiar word.
Like for the munchies, no?
Yeah.
Probably a guy, probably one of your friends that is
No,
always happy.
a lot of them, and from Mexico
Oh,
City.
interesting. Well, probably yes. I mean, Mexico City is the best reference for strange words. You know, there are
Yeah.
a lot of strange words in this city, so probably yeah. That's the thing. Haha. But then munch comes from the word munchies, and munch in English is to bite and to what is the name of this? Chew. This is to chew. And actually, in comics, when a person is eating, the onomatopoeic image is munch munch. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, could you repeat?
Again, in comics, when people are eating, especially crackers or something that makes a lot of sound,
Okay.
the onomatopoeic image is the word munch. Munch munch.
Okay, yes.
You know, munch munch, onomatopoeic sound.
Yes.
When people are eating in comics, they usually use the word munch munch. That's the reason that when you have the munchies or when you need a snack, they call it as the munchies.
Okay, but you need to know this first, no?
Exactly. You need to
Yeah.
be familiar with English because
Yes.
monchear in Spanish is very possibly adapted from
Yes.
from
From the English word.
from English. Exactly.
Yes, expression.
Always in comics. What was the other question? Three witches wish three wishes. So which witch wished which wish? That's a good one. That's a good one. I like it. Okay, witches wish three wishes. So which witch wished which wish? Jesus, that one is difficult because many people confuse the sound ch with the sound shush. They don't separate these two. For example, this they call this is a T-shirt, and that's incorrect. The pronunciation is T-shirt. So that will be an issue. I am reading the tongue twister that Silvana sent on the group. First says that for homework, the ones who wasn't at class have to send an audio reading that. Very bad, very troll. And also the woodchuck
Laugh
song lyrics.
at other's mistake.
Exactly.
There was
Exactly.
another one with what?
Watches, yes. That's another one. There are many. Look for them on Google them. Probably there are some TikToks about them, and they are gonna be uh, a lot of tongue twisters around. But anyway, give me the last one, Rafa. How would you then read this with perfect pronunciation and replace it?
Yes. Halfway through the chapter, I remember
Exactly.
I hadn't taken. No.
No, because we are taking in.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, taking. I realize. Yeah. Okay. I think it's Halfway through the chapter, I realized I hadn't taken in.
So you erased anything? It doesn't make sense. What is the synonym for taking in this case?
Taken. Teacher, I know it, but with this talk, I forget it.
Well, don't worry. You can come back to the idea.
Okay. To take notice of
Taking is a synonym of, according to the definition.
to yeah I have the definition to understand or remember something that you heard.
So what is the most important?
Is to understand or remember.
And that's it.
Yes.
Only that. Mostly understand.
Okay. Halfway through the chapter, I remember I remembered.
Yes. No, wait. Why are you changing realized?
I realized I hadn't understand anything.
What is the past participle for understand?
I understood.
Understood. Yeah.
No? Understood.
Understood. Ah, yes. Sorry. Yes.
Is correct?
Yes. It's correct. Understood.
Okay.
Complete idea.
You are like I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's only the position, but yes, you are correct.
Okay.
So, halfway through the chapter,
I realized I
Yes.
hadn't understood anything in.
Let's go. That is correct. Halfway through, I realized I hadn't understood. It's similar to say I haven't taken anything in. Are there any questions right now about this?
No, teacher.
No, teacher, I will try to remember all of them.
Yes, please, because that's
Me
going to
too.
be super useful. I did my best effort to make you remember them. I really hope you
Let
do.
me take a screenshot.
Sure.
Teacher.
So,
Get out the verbal phrase. Get out.
phrasal verb.
Phrasal verb. I remember it. Uh, every time because I saw an explanation in TikTok from this phrasal verb, but I didn't know that it was a phrasal verb, no? But in Spider-Man, there's a scene where the published director or the Tobey Maguire boss in the film.
Mr. I don't remember his name.
Yeah. Well, this guy said to someone, get out of my office.
Yes.
And I always remember this for this example, and I adapted them. I get out of my room, get out of my house, get out of my and there's an example.
Yes, that's a way to associate in real life applications some phrasal verbs so you can use them later. So the more familiar you are with the language, the more examples you listen, and the more you can duplicate these examples in your life. So these are only like visual ways to learn them, but nothing is better than reading them on a movie, listening to people saying it. And it's constant English, constant exposure to English, the more you can. All right.
Yes, teacher.
So that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. So that's gonna be the strategy for learning phrasal verbs. What we're gonna do later is gonna be some theory about the structure of phrasal verbs and how they work, right? But tomorrow we're gonna have a listening. So then I'll wait for you tomorrow, study your vocabulary and your video, and we meet later. Right, guys?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Have a
Thank
very
you,
good night,
sir.
guys. Thank you for coming. I'll see you
You
tomorrow.
too. See you.
Bye,
Bye
teacher.
bye. See you.